My name is Naibe Reynoso, and I've been a journalist for over 25 years. I've won Emmys that I have here at my desk.
Congrats on that. That's amazing.
Thank you. I actually started my entire career as a host for a children's Spanish television show here in Los Angeles, and that evolved into journalism, which is what I've been doing, and I'm still doing that because I do that as in a freelance basis. But a couple of years ago, I was really disappointed with the messaging that was going out from our leaders regarding the Latino community. And that's when I decided to put all of the skills that I learned as a journalist and do something about those negative messages about our Latino community. So I created my own publishing company called ConTodo Press, because one of the themes of my life and one of the reasons that I've been able to achieve, I think, so many things is because yo lo hago con todo. I put my heart and soul into whatever project I do, because I really believe if you believe in your passion and you pursue your passion with purpose, things will happen. But you do have to have hustle and heart to do it. So that's why I opened ConTodo Press, to create children's books that reflect a more positive and empowering reflection of our community, of the Latino community. So that's my journey. I'm still, like I said, a journalist, but now I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm going to be creating more and more books and supporting more Latina authors, so our little children could see such a positive reflection of what their potential is.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is amazing, and it couldn't be better, because when we were first, looking into your work, Diana and me, we have two of our passions. One is Cafecito Chat, because we want to create that voice for Latinas here in the US. But the other one is the Soy Emprendedor, the entrepreneurship one. And you bring both as well. So we were like, oh my gosh, this couldn't be better. And so thank you for just sharing that, because that's exactly what Diana and me thrive. And we were looking forward for this interview with you and sharing your thoughts and your expertise and journey.
Thank you so much for the invitation. This is amazing. I love these spaces like this, because Latinas, we need to connect. We need to support each other, because sometimes I've experienced, sometimes you're struggling alone because you don't have mentors or people around you that are your cheerleaders that understand your specific struggle as a Latina, because I think as a Latina, we have very specific struggles that we go through when we're trying to open new ground. So platforms like this definitely help entrepreneurs like me and other Latinas that are trying to make a difference.
Thanks for being here with us. And really, this space for us today is very much to talk about the journey as Latin women to, make our dreams come true and live our true lives and be authentic based on what we really want to accomplish. So tell us a little bit more about who Naibe is, who you are as a woman, as a mom, as a professional. Tell us a little bit more about that before we get into all the questions.
So I was born here in Los Angeles. My parents are from Mexico, from Zacatecas, from a small little town. They came here as immigrants, very humble. My mom was a seamstress. My dad had, odd jobs. For a while, he was like opening little small Mexican restaurants or selling cars. But they really wanted them to give their daughters, they have four of us, a better life. So they did an amazing job, because all four of us went to great colleges. I went to UCLA, and I graduated with honors in sociology. My sister graduated from UCLA Law School, so she's a lawyer. My other sister just got accepted to USC Pharmacy School, so she's going to be a pharmacist. And my other sister is a teacher. She graduated from Loyola Marymount. So we come from very humble beginnings, but with big aspirations, big aspirations to make a difference. Somos luchadoras, ¿no? And I just really loved creativity, storytelling, and I didn't have role models. I mean, one of the struggles that I mentioned earlier as Latinas is that sometimes, especially when we're first generation like me, where my parents barely knew English, sometimes we just don't feel, or at least I did at that time, that anything is possible, right? Everyone always says anything is possible, anything is possible. Even I say that now, anything is possible with hustle and heart, because I really want to instill that messaging to our generation of the next generation of Latinos. So I didn't know what I wanted to be, because there's so many traditional careers, right? Lawyer, I knew I didn't want to be a lawyer, or I hate math. So I knew I didn't want to be like a doctor or a scientist or anything to do with math. So it's like, as a Latina, what are my other options? I didn't even think I could be a journalist. I didn't even think I could be a movie director or a script writer, because I didn't see those examples of Latinas that were doing that. And it's not even a conscious thing, it was subconscious. Mm-hmm. So luckily in my last year of UCLA, I got an internship at Univision, because I kind of just had a talk with myself as a senior at UCLA, saying, and I told myself, okay, I'm graduating. I have a major in sociology. ¿Qué voy a hacer? What am I going to do with my major? Where am I going to work? So I really literally had to tell myself and talk to myself and say, if you could just pick any job in the world, what would you be? So I'm like, a reporter. So then I took it upon myself. I took the initiative to call Univision, call Telemundo, and say, I'm a student at UCLA. Are you guys accepting interns? So that's how my journey started. I started as an intern at Univision, and and that's why I'm saying that the Latino community, it's so important for us to support each other, because they were very receptive to, as another Latina coming in and wanting to learn. I'm not sure how receptive an English outlet would have been. Maybe they would have, maybe not. But I felt like I was drawn to my own community for help for that internship, and they gave me the internship, and the rest is history. I started my journalism journey that way, and so many years later, I had that other conversation with myself of like, I've written so many stories about my community. I've covered my community. I love the Latino community. But as a mom, I have 2 children, a boy and a girl. I felt como impotente. You know, I felt so much impotencia when I was listening to the then presidential candidate talk to our community in such a hateful manner and calling us so many horrible names. And it angered me so much that it made me think again, just like I did when I was in college, like, what can I do about, like, I had a conversation with myself, what can I do about this? Yeah. And that's how my journey for ConTodo Press started. I wanted to create pieces of media that counteracted those negative messaging, because our children are going to listen to that hate speech is out there. It's going to be there forever. It's on YouTube. It's on podcasts. You know what I mean? It's what he said in that speech. And I don't even want to repeat it. And I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, how he called Latino, especially Latino men. It's out there in the universe forever and ever and ever. Mm-hmm. So sadly enough, children don't know how to filter what is nonsense and what is reality. So that's why I said I want to empower them with books that show that, hey, Latinos we're scientists, and we are, like this, Alberto Valls, we're scientists, we're astronauts, we're Oscar winners, we are so many amazing things. So in a nutshell, that's where I am today. I'm merging everything I learned as a reportera, as a reporter, as a journalist to highlight my community, and I'm merging that with my passion for storytelling and my passion for motherhood and for instilling in our children gotitas de autoestima, mm-hmm. because I know how important it is for kids to grow with a healthy self-confidence, so they can really believe that they can achieve anything. So here I am, this is where I am now.